Welcome everybody to another video of Dead by Daylight. My name is Cubeproductions. Today we're using Skull Merchant as always. Before we get into the video, I just want to make sure I tell y'all that I'm extremely excited to say that Skull Merchant got buffed. Now you might be wondering as I show you the patch notes that there are no patch notes that say anything about Skull Merchant being buffed, but let me explain. Before I explain though, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You know I love reading y'all's comments, and I always love the support y'all give me. And thank y'all for everything y'all do, and I will continue making more videos, hopefully more consistent uploads in the future. So anyway, let me first explain to you why I said Scorpion got buffed. The reason why I said Scorpion got buffed is actually because of this perk right here called Desolation. What this perk does is after you enter the survivor by any means, 3 seconds later, the perk will activate, and for 20 seconds, if a survivor were to pass a pallet in your turret radius, it automatically will get broken by the entity. One of my subscribers, Hobos Grief, I think how you pronounce that name, he had mentioned that the devs were going to fix the desolation glitch that happened with Scrummer's drones. And in case you know what I'm talking about is a long time ago before the 710 patch, there was you could basically use your drones, and if you injured someone with your drones, it would activate desolation. It was so good because during a chase, you could basically injure someone with your drone, and now survivors cannot vault pallets anymore for 20 seconds because it'll break the pallet, and then you can chase them that way. Or a random survivor across the entire map gets injured by a drone. Desolation will activate because technically someone is being injured by any means, and that survivor. And if you're chasing a survivor, well, then they can't vault pallet for 20 seconds. And it became really, really good for Scum Merchant because it was a really good chase perk, especially since Scum Merchant is supposed to be an anti-loop killer. But for some reason, a lot like once a 710 patch came out, 7.1 patch came out, they had changed it, and there's nothing in the patch notes about it, and it was just a random bug. I had assumed it was a bug because of the fact that I felt like it wasn't working as intended, but I don't know. But today we're going to showcase the fact that it actually got fixed, and that's why we have a really interesting build for you to show you today, and that build is all about Desolation. Like I said, what this perk does, after 3 seconds, you enter a survivor. Well, when you enter a survivor 3 seconds later, the perk will activate for 20 seconds. Survivor who bought a pallet in your turret radius automatically will have that pallet be broken by the entity. The next perk we're going to be using is actually going to be Mind Breaker. Mind Breaker is a really good perk because basically with survivors, if a survivor were to be on a generator, they become blinded and exhausted forever until they get off that gen. Then once they get off that gen, they will still be blinded and exhausted for 5 seconds. Really strong perk because basically if we catch a survivor off guard when they're on a generator, they become exhausted, and then we can chase them with our power. And also try and down them that way they can't use any exhaustion perks. We're using Hex Face the Darkness. That way I can see if this perk also got changed, because like this perk says, injuring survivor by any means will light a dual totem and then activate the perk. So I want to see if the perk will activate with my drones or not, and hopefully it does. And then last we have scored pin resonance, so we can of course make generators not go nearly as fast, so we can regress them. We're using Loose Screw, that way survivors become exhausted when we injure them with a claw trap, and we're using Battle Targeting Processor. Okay, let's get straight to the game so I can show you how great Desolation is now they have fixed the bug. Okay, playing off Fractured Cowshed, probably one of the worst, not only one of the worst maps, but I would say it's one of the worst co-and farm maps for Skull Merchant. This one and that stupid barn map. I can't remember what it's called, but oh, I hate that map. That is really big map, so it's kind of hard. Now, luckily, Skull Merchant does have the ability to, anti-chase, and with Desolation being fixed, it's going to be even better. Now, Desolation, in my opinion, is one of Skull Merchant's best perks, if not her best perk. I don't know, I'm going to say her best perk because everyone does different things. Right here, I'm trying to get this Dwight, but he's going to make the pallet, so I'm not even going to try. Hopefully I can get at least one scan on him, but we'll see what happens. Also, right here, I want to try and see if I can get scans on him so I can activate Desolation or not. Because what happened was the patch came out, and like I told you, my subscriber had commented saying that Desolation will not be activated from the drones. So I wanted to see if they were telling the truth or not before I made a video. So I played one game to see if it worked or not, and actually it did work. So I was like, oh wow. So because of that reason, I was so excited to start recording, and I wanted to upload as soon as possible. Now the reason why it took me a while to upload, by the way, is because I've been very busy. One more week from now, I will have my I will be done with my summer class for college. As a result, I will have the ability to, right here by the way, she's gonna vault the pallet, and then Desolation's gonna activate and break it, because I had injured that other character, I can't remember her name, but I had injured someone else a while ago, and that's the reason why it was still activated for 20 seconds. That's why I love Desolation, because you can basically, for 20 seconds, anyone vaulting a pallet just immediately breaks the pallet, and that's why Desolation's so good. I love this perk. But yes, the reason why I haven't uploaded in a while is because literally I have one more week and then I'm finally done with my classes, and then I can finally be consistent with my upload schedule. So because of Hexface of Darkness, we know someone's over here. They are going to be exhausted because of my Mindbreaker. I love using Mindbreaker plus Desolation because the only real way to beat Desolation is to actually do one of two things. Not vault the, well, one of three things. Not vault the pallet at all, which is kind of a bad thing because you'll die. Slow vault the pallet, which is not really a good thing either because sometimes if you slow vault it too slowly, the killer will be able to catch you. And the last thing to do is to have the perk live, because when you have live, you will vault the pallet and then go get a massive 150% speed buff for 3 seconds, and then be able to get away even though the pallet broke. But if you have loose screw or Mindbreaker, they'll be exhausted when they get off generators, and you can't activate the exhaustion perks when you're exhausted. So because of that reason, I will be able to chase the survivors, and I have to worry about the fact that they might have live, and instead, when Desolation breaks the pallet, it'll break the pallet immediately, and then I can chase them immediately down them. And that's the reason why I use this weird perk combination. But I'm just really excited that honestly, this perk got fixed. She got literally healed the second I hit her, which is kind of annoying, but it's fine because I have Desolation, so now she has to vault this pallet. I can break it immediately like this, and then I'm going down her. I believe she actually did have life right there, but if you swing correctly, you just hit her. I gotta check at the end of the game to see if she had life or not. I don't remember. But we're gonna hook her, and now we have 3 people injured. I mean, not injured, hooked, and they only done 2 gens, which is kind of bad, honestly, but it's fine. This girl right here is gonna be exhausted, so I know I don't have to worry about her having any exhaustion perks right now. And as a result, I'm gonna be a chaser. I just feel like Storm Merchant is just so good right now. Now they did buff some other perks, and I actually plan to make videos using every single buff perk. They buff, I believe I showed you in the beginning of the video. I didn't talk about them because I plan to make a whole video about each one. But I believe they buff Bitter Murmur. They buff Oppression. I'm so happy about that perk. They buffed Dragon's Grip. That perk is so bad, so I'm glad they buffed that. They buffed what else they buffed? They buffed Machine Learning. That perk is really good if you know how to use it, but it's also really bad because the cooldown, they only give it to you for 30 seconds, so it was kind of like so the fact that they give it to you for a whole minute now is really, really good. And I believe they buffed another perk, but I don't remember what it was. I could be wrong, but those are the perks they buffed. Right here, this girl's gonna get not Claw Trap. She already was Claw Trap, but she ends up running towards me, and then because she got grabbed out the window, she's like, I give up, I'm leaving. And I'm like, so because you made a mistake, you don't want to play the game anymore? Yes. Okay. That's just so funny. And as a result, we have like literally more than half of the hooks already done because of the fact that everyone's dying. It's just so funny. But if you're excited for the Desolation changes, let me know in the comments. I don't even know if y'all even use Desolation. I don't know who does and doesn't use that perk. I expected the Dwight to vault the pallet out of fear, but instead he waits a little bit and then he vaults it. But it's fine because Desolation is activated, so it will break the pallet. And it feels like so dirty to even use Desolation sometimes because you just can't vault pallets. It's so funny. But I also love it because it's like I need this perk so I can actually play the game. And half the time, survivors are using perks that destroy me. Speaking of perks that destroy me, there is 3 new perks that came out thanks to Lara Croft coming in the game. I think I mentioned them before, but all 3 of her perks are actually pretty useful. I'm gonna now go after this girl because I realized this girl is kind of closer, and I believe she has Dead Heart. Nope, she does not. Okay. I didn't go to the bot because I was like, the bot's not really important. I finally get to finish this quest that I've had for like literally 4 videos straight. I just never finished it. I finally finished right there, so I'm kind of happy, and I can get some bot points. By the way, my score, I believe, at the time of recording this video is Prestige 60. I could be wrong, but I believe I'm Prestige 60. I'm so close to Prestige 100. I can literally taste it. I'm so happy. Then I can put in every single video, Prestige 100 Skull Merchant, and then use that. Even though I don't really think I would do that a lot because it's kind of annoying to say the word Prestige 100 over and over again in every single video. But it is nice to be able to say that. And I feel happy and accomplished. But this game is over because literally once Desolation activated enough times and survivors can't loot me, I win the game. Now the reason why I, again, love this change is because Skull Merchant is supposed to be an anti-loop killer. There are a lot of anti-loop killers in the game, but Skull Merchant, in my opinion, is the best one when it comes to using the perk Desolation because it just works so well with her kit. when Skull Merchant first came out, she had an add-on before they reworked her. I mean, she had an add-on where it was started with Claw Trap, and they evolved to the pallet would break, and it was one of her best add-ons because literally you just have the ability to say no, you can't evolve pallets, and it was just really really good. Then they made it base kit. I think they made it base kit, could be wrong. And then they realized it's kind of strong, and they were like, no. So because of that reason, uh, the only way to really use it is use Desolation. And then because I realized Desolation works with Skull Merchant's drones, I was so happy. But that's when they changed it, and I was like, why? And the only reason why it confused me, because like I said before, it's not that I'm mad they changed it. It's that they changed it, they didn't say anything about it, and then didn't ever mention they were gonna fix it. So I kind of wonder how, honestly, one of my subscribers who commented even knew they were gonna change it. They probably were playing the PTB just so happened to pick Star Merchant and see that it got fixed. Or well, they did say the devs had mentioned it, but I don't even know when the devs had ever said anything about that. But anyway, it doesn't really matter because all that matters to me is that Dahlia did have live, and I actually countered it with my Desolation. But let's go to the next game so I can show you how great Desolation is. Okay, playing on Treatment Theater, one of my weirdest maps ever. This map is either really good with Skull Merchant because it's an indoor map and you can use the untenable status effect to your advantage, or really bad. So this map is really, really short because literally someone left the game immediately, then someone else left the game immediately, and I was like, what the world? And I was confused because I don't even think they even saw who what killer I was. They just left the game. And I was like, okay. Then once they finally see what killer I am, that's when they're gonna all leave the game. But I want to showcase this video because in this little match because it's kind of funny how all stars love the game. But anyway, now that you know all stars love the game, let's go to the actual second game because you don't want to see me fight against bots, do you? Nah, I'm just kidding. I literally left the game after this because I was like, I'm not playing because not because I don't want to play, but it's like I feel like if all survivors leave the game, you shouldn't get penalized. I don't know. I just feel like that's how it should work. But it doesn't really matter because I love the game. Then I grabbed this person off the gym, and I was like, wow, bots suck. And now I'm going to hook him. But then I was like, you know what? I'm done playing this game. But yeah, let's go to the actual second game. I just want to showcase this little funny video, little funny match that happened. Okay, after he screamed, we got teleported to the Thompson house for the actual second match of the video. This map is terrible for Skull Merchant, because again, it is humongous and not bad. Big maps are awful, not to mention, there's not really any loops on this map besides like the stupid house and the shack. So because of that reason, it's like, you don't really want to even put drones. This is so dumb, this map's so bad. Like, it's literally a giant cornfield. Now this is a new tile they added, and I was like, oh wow, this is kind of interesting. Or at least I haven't played the game in a while and I haven't seen this tile, I don't know. But I feel like that's a new tile. I believe also this entire match was a group of Cyber friends. The reason why I think that is because of how they played. So I'm gonna hit this girl immediately, and then I realize that I hear the obsession, so that means that there's 2 survivors here. And actually, it's 3 survivors here, so I'm like, what the world? And I believe I saw another one on top of the Thompson house. I could be wrong about that. But anyway, I'm gonna try and injure all the survivors so I can spread the love. And by love, me, blood. So right here, I'm gonna see her, and she's gonna vault the window. I'm like, wait a minute, that's a new vault perk. I forgot about that. Because Laurel Cup has 3 perks that are all really, really good. She has the vault speed perk, which is basically you can vault faster than normal, but every 30 seconds. You have you basically make generators lose, like automatically have to not have full progress or whatever it is. It's a weird perk. Like basically you have the ability to make Cyber generators don't have to have 100% progress to be completed. Also, I missed twice combat at the game. And then literally the last perk she has is, oh yeah, if you complete like 2 different tasks, you're you no longer scream. So right here I'm gonna try to mind game my red thing, which works perfectly, and now I'm going down here. Because after I missed 14 billion times, eventually you have to get down eventually. So we're going to hook her, and surprisingly they've done no gens, which is kind of surprising. But it doesn't really matter because I'm pretty sure they're gonna complete a generator before I get to the score trick, but it doesn't work. Look right there. That's where I got, for some reason why, hit by my drone, and 2 things happened. I'm actually gonna pause so you understand what happened. Just to showcase the buff, as you can see right there, I'm slowing it down. She gets hit by my claw trap. I don't know how, considering how you see the drone. Just pay attention. Anyway, so after 3 seconds, as you can see, Desolation can activate while I hook this person. But you notice what perk does not activate. Desolation activated, but Hex Face of Darkness does not activate, even though they both say if you injure a star by any means, they'll activate. Which means they fixed the bug with Desolation, thank the Lord. But they didn't fix the bug with Hex Face of Darkness. But it doesn't really matter, because I barely use that perk anyway. But let's get back to the game. So as you can see, We're chasing the survivor. I'm gonna put a drum right here. She can't vault the pallet because the solution activates. This is the smartest survivor, by the way, I fought against in this game. So this girl is really intelligent. She realizes what she can and can't do, so she decides to play a really cool way. Also, I like this tile a lot. She's not gonna vault the window because she knows she'll die. She can go back towards the pallet. I'm a mind game. I knew she was gonna vault back because of the fact that like you only have two options. You either don't vault back and I'm go that way and you get down, or you do vault back and pray I don't double back, which I did. So because of that reason, she's gonna get injured. Then I got to this girl instead because I realized you're going inside the house and there's not really anywhere she can go. So because of that reason, he has to vault this window. I'm gonna break this wall because I need this wall to be broken eventually. But first, we're gonna go chase her because even though this wall is really strong, I'd rather chase her while I still have the chance. So right here, there's a pallet right here. I'm like, dang it. I'm going to try and get her because I can kind of be risky because of the fact that they've only done one gen. But I know she's gonna vault it right now, but I get stuck and I vault it. She's gonna drop it. Then there's a girl on the grass. I'm like, what are you doing? And the headspace activates and everyone starts screaming. I can barely see in the stupid grass. Sadly for me, I didn't bring the brown add-on that makes it that way the scan immunity is less. But it's fine. I'm gonna grab this girl in there because everyone's just injured in claw trap. But I can get my red stain. And then everyone trying to down her. But sadly, there's a pallet right here. She doesn't drop the pallet. Then she drops it afterwards. I'm gonna wait for her to, you know, vault it thanks to my desolation. She doesn't vault it. She actually continues running, and I realized at the last second I'm an idiot. But it's fine because I believe there is they're gonna go back towards that middle generator because it's close to done. And I'm gonna go over there and try and down them. Now the problem is headspace dart activates, but this girl's injured, so she must die. That's a weird noise when you die. Yeah. And then I'm gonna grab her, and the game's gonna explode. I don't know why. And I'm gonna try and hook on a score truck, but sadly, the game's like, we're gonna put all the score trucks far from each other, and then put the one score truck that's kind of close to the other ones on the top of the building. Like, why? And no one even goes up there basically the entire time. So because of that reason, it's kind of annoying. And now I'm gonna try and go after this girl because I just completed a generator, even though literally I was I didn't even hear that generator and I think about to have that much progress, but it did. She's gonna vault the window. I'm like, that's fine. I'm gonna try and get a drum right here just so I can get her injured. Not injured, sorry, claw trap, because I believe she already got hooked because she might have the dead heart. Sorry, I'm kinda talking really fast. I'm trying to slow down and talk and think, but it's hard because also a lot of things are happening in this match. But anyway, I tried to get her claw trap because I thought she had dead heart. And in case you don't know, it's score murder tip, by the way. If a survivor is deep wounded, they can't use their heart. If a survivor is injured and then they get claw trapped, they get deep wounded. This girl's gonna start teabagging me. I'm like, okay, I guess you wanna get injured. So I'm gonna try and injure her, but I know she's gonna not vault the I know she's gonna drop the pallet. But I was like, okay, it's fine. I got hit by her. I'm gonna just leave. I don't really care if I get injured or not. All I care about is the fact that I want to just apply some pressure to her. If I would have got injured, that would have been great, but I didn't. I'm gonna try and catch these survivors off guard, but they have ears, and they're not. I'm not untouchable. She's gonna drop the pot on me. I'm like, okay. And then right here, I'm going to chase the girl. I know you did that hard because it was so obvious. Like it's just like I hate when people use that hard against me because it's just so obvious. The girl's gonna miss the blind. The only time I get hit by that hard is literally because I have to either swing towards the window to get the hit, or I have to don't swing because they have that hard. Normally I'll swing because I'm like, I do want to get the hit. So right here, I know this girl's not gonna vault the pallet because it's just kind of obvious how she plays. She likes to greet a lot. So because of that reason, I'm gonna injure her. And now I have Desolation. Also, I have Headspace of Darkness, so I can go after anyone else and know exactly where they are, thanks to all the screaming. I'm gonna try to catch one of these survivors off guard. I was gonna go after the other girl, but I believe she had off the record, so I was like, nope. They're gonna vault the pallets, and eventually, you're probably wondering why did the first girl who vaulted the pallet not break it, but the second girl did. It's because the first girl was never in my terror radius, so when I became untouchable, it didn't work, and the second girl was. That's the reason why I didn't break immediately. This girl's gonna try and be weird. I know she's off the record because of how she's playing. Like, you don't play that aggressively if you have off the record. That's kind of funny because someone, and she has to decide it probably too. That's why she's doing the locker, so I'm gonna ignore her. One thing I find kind of funny is a lot of survivors will use their defensive don't penalty perks offensively, and I never understood. Like, you know, the problem is the game is kind of built in a way where there's not really much you can do about it. So I'm just gonna ignore her because I'm not trying to get stunned for 4 seconds just because of the fact that I want to down the girl who's being really, really aggressive and purposely running towards me. I don't quite understand. So right here, I'm gonna go after the girl right here because of the fact that I know she is injured. Desolation activates and breaks the pallet. I don't think she realized that I had Desolation. That's the reason why she lost the pallet. That because she's a really good looper. The girl with the blue hair, actually a really good looper. So the fact that she even got hit by that is kind of funny. But anyway, we're gonna squad her, and now we no longer have any squad trigger pain resonances, but it's fine because we basically have everyone. Like I think we have 2 people on Death Hook, and they still have 2 gens to do. So the chance of them actually beating me is low. So right here, I see someone to the left, but also I hear someone else. And I knew I saw someone. There we go. The girl who's dead on hook, I'm gonna go after her. I know she doesn't have decisive or other record anymore because it's been like over a minute and she's working on a generator, so I mean he definitely doesn't have it. Desolation's gonna activate, so I know she can't vault this pallet. She knows that she can go towards the window. So now I'm gonna try to mind game my red stain again on this dumb tile. It's really, really bad, but it's fine because I believe she can't make the window and she knows that. But I thought she was gonna be like closer to me, but she actually wasn't, so I'm kind of mad. So right here, I double back. Well, I was gonna double back, but she realizes that I'm gonna double back, and she's like, "Uh-oh, no." So because of that reason, I'm gonna accidentally not be able to hit her. I swing too early. I'm bad at the game. I just do so many bad mistakes in this game right now. I don't know why I do this to myself, honestly. I feel kind of bad, but it's fine because as long as I make it from mistakes, it's fine. The thing is, you can make a mistake, but as long as you fix it later on, it's good. So right here, I'm gonna go back over here because I'm like, wait a minute, the girl who's dead on hook is definitely over here still. They're hard, obvious. So I just swing. Like I don't care about the survivors who want to try and get me their attention. I care about the girl who's dead on hook because she's dead on hook and I don't have to worry. There's a girl behind me who's looking at me like, I must miss the hit kind of bad at the game. And I'm gonna just go to hooker right here. I can tell those survivor friends because they're just playing so altruistic, it's kind of insane. The only problem with survivor friends is the fact that like a lot of the time they play altruistic and as a result they end up dying. And I get it, you want to see your friends, I would never, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just the fact that doing so will get normally everyone killed. So right here, I knew this girl was right here because of the fact that she was claw trap. Also, I had a feeling in general because I was like, this is the only generator that actually had progress on it, and I never kicked it, so that means it still has the same progress. And now we have 2 people dead immediately, and I'm so happy because all I have to do now is find the last 2 people. It's actually a really good build I run right now. I only brought this build just to showcase what perks did and didn't get activated by my drones. So it is nice to see that Desolation does activate again. But it is kind of sad to see that Hex Physiology does not activate from being injured by claw traps. But it's kind of fine because I don't really use Hex Phase of Darkness anyway. But it just sucks because I feel like every perk in the game should be consistent. Why is that this perk doesn't activate, but this one does? Like, why? So that's weird. But anyway. And I wonder if it's only a Scrum Merchant thing or this happens with different killers too. I don't really know. I don't really use that many killers. I mainly use Scrum Merchant. I'm sorry. So there's no pallet right here, surprisingly. I don't know why there's no pallet right here, but I guess this towel will just sometimes not spawn a pallet. So we're gonna hook her. I know this girl's not dead on hook because I barely hooked her. That girl can do a generator because she's like, I want to win, and I'm like, I understand, but sorry, you must die. So I'm gonna go after her after I hook this girl right here. Yep, on second stage. I knew it. I was like, I know you're not dead on hook. And I'll go after the other girl, but the problem is I have no idea where she is. Now, in my head, I will go for the save. Like, the 1 or 2 options. Go for the save or you hide and wait for the hatch. Personally, I will go for the save depending on if I have been hooked or not. If I haven't been hooked yet, I'll go for the save. If I have been hooked, then I'm gonna hide. But this girl hasn't been hooked yet, I believe. So because of that reason, I expected her to go for the save. My problem is where she at. So as you can see, she goes for the save. And now I see her, so I'm like, you must die. Altruism is the devil. So because of that reason, I'm going to try and down her. She's going to try and duck my drone. Smart girl. But the only problem is I'm right next to you. So ducking the drone will only let me kill you faster. She's going to vault the pallet into the window. And then I thought she was going to do it back because she saw me go around. But she does not. So I'm going to use my little red stain and try and mind game her. But she doesn't care because it's a shack. And the shack is dumb. So I see her continue going that way. So I'm assuming she's going to go around again. But sadly for me, she is still on the other side of the building because this track is dumb. So I'm trying to get her claw trap because if I get her claw trap, then I don't have to worry about any dead hearts. If I already hooked her, I just wanted to make sure she didn't have dead heart. That's why I claw trapped her. But I believe she actually was never hooked, so I didn't have to do that at all. I just chose to do it. So now I'm thinking to myself, the other girl won't go for the save because of the fact that she is dead on hook. So I'm gonna hook her for the. Oh no, he's not dead on. He is not. That's weird. I don't know why I thought I didn't hook her yet. Obviously, I can't read the hook stages. I'm bad at the game. But anyway, uh, I know the girls gonna try and go for the save because they're altruistic. But again, like I said, I wouldn't go for the save. I was playing Survivor, they would die because it's just like there's no point. I can't save you if I'm dead on hook too. I'm already injured and I can't heal myself, so I wouldn't do it. But because of how altruism is and how Survivor friends work, they're gonna most likely try and go for the save, and there she is. I already broke the power time to worry about that. I spit at dead heart, and then she's like, I give up. I'm like, yes. And that is the game. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, I have more videos coming as soon as planned. I actually plan on making a video talking about Ozdarva's add-on tier list that he made with Score Merchant. I plan to make a video about that because I made 2 tier list videos about Score Merchant. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please make sure you check out my Dead by Daylight playlist where I talk about Score Merchant's add-ons. And I really think that I don't know. I didn't finish watching his video where he talked about the add-ons, so I really want to watch it and also make a video about it and showcase if I agree, disagree, what thing about it. Cause I saw someone do a video talking about the add-ons for a certain killer they played, so I want to see if Oscar was right or not. He most likely is. I don't know. Probably isn't. I don't know. I watched him play Score Merchant, so I kind of see how he doesn't know what he's doing. But that's not me being rude or anything. I just watched it and I was like, wow. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a nice day.